Hello! Just doing a quick video on my buzzing, humming problem with my latest project here. Press the kill switch and it goes away. Let it go and it's right back. Just wiring up this guitar. It's a BC Rich Strat style guitar with the original BC Rich single coil here and Entwistle Dark Star here, but I'm wiring it like a Strat, so wiring it kind of neck, middle, bridge. So just making it like there's 3 separate pickups. This is this 4-wire pickup, so you can split the pickup, each coil individually. So just working on this, when you move the volume, you can cut it down by putting it down to 0. And then bring it back in. It changes as you move the volume, and tone will tone it out. So when you run the signal through, or allow the capacitor to, or allow the signal to reach the capacitor, the high frequency goes away, and that cuts a lot of the buzzing out. But bring the tone up, which blocks the capacitor off, so it doesn't allow signal to get through the tone control, and it comes back. And switch doesn't do much difference. There's this pickup here. Sure you're all familiar with these. Not a lot of, or that pickup's on, these 2 are off. This pickup's on, this pickup's on, this is off. Only that pickup's on. The humbucker comes into effect, and only this pickup's on. I guess that makes a bit of noise, so maybe. And this one's on. So that's something to look at. So what I'm going to do here is turn this down. You just barely hear it, but I can hear myself think again. So I've got my jack, which is basically, you know, your signal and ground, and then it's going into my input jack or output jack, depending on how you want to look at it. Either way is correct. And it goes into the, let's see now, I have one shielded wire coming off, going to my kill switch. So when I press this kill switch, it just joins the tip to the ground, and the sound is killed instantly, like so. Wire or soldered at the same terminals is the main lead wire coming in. So that's going into ground, main ground, and the center lug on the potentiometer volume pot. So this ground shields this wire and goes to the volume pot. After the volume pot, it comes out. This is so that would basically go to the center, and it's a sweeper that goes around the volume pot. And as you turn it down, there's further to travel, more resistance, so it lowers your volume. As you turn it to 10, it goes up to closest to this lug, which brings your signal out to your, it's coming on this, you can see that on this lead here, which I also use a shielded wire. It's grounded here, and it's exit grounded here with, I just put this little jumper wire onto a ground because the switch is plastic, it has no ground on it, to your main terminal, which will be common, and just send the signal to your 1, 2, and 3 pickups. And joining at the same spot is your tone off this lug here on your volume pot. It's grounded again, grounded at the tone pot. And see it there, tone pot. And there's your signal wire there, the white. You see it, the white wire. Hopefully you can see that. And that, of course, as you turn your tone control to 10, it ramps up the resistance to 500 ohms and 500,000 ohms in this case, 500K. And then as you turn it down, it slowly lessens the resistance, which starts to allow high frequencies to go to your capacitor, and they will jump ship and go straight to ground. So this basically allows high frequencies to go to ground, gives them an easier route out, so they take that route and head right back down to your ground on your jack, back to your amp, so they don't come through your guitar and aren't ear-piercingly loud. So, okay, and then my switch here, is this a used switch? So I'm going to have to check that out. I'm not sure with that item. I've replaced the volume pot. This is the third one. It's not that. And tone control, I've unsoldered it at the volume and took it right out of the guitar, and still the same noise. So what I'm going to do now is take the original BC Rich single coil pickup wires and take the red one off here, off of my switch, leave the blue one soldered to ground, and start testing it. See, does it buzz right here, right at the jack? Or does it buzz at the input lead on the volume pot, output lead on the volume pot, switch, or where it will start to buzz at? So hopefully that'll work for me, and I'll be able to locate the source of this buzz and get rid of it. So that didn't reveal anything. I pulled the pickup wires off and took all the grounds off and started taking everything apart, but it still made the noise. It's quite buzzy still. So I brought it into my other room here, plugged in a different amp, make sure it wasn't the amp with the cord. And I started feeling around down here, and I noticed it would change every time I put my finger in the cavity. And sure enough, if I actually grab the cavity hard enough, the cavity, without touching any wires at all, grounds right through my body. So, where's the light? There we are. And no wires or no metal objects, just grounding through me. So, looks like I shot myself in the foot here. When we painted it, took the covers off, just painted it away, no problem. And I saw that it had the pot cover had, you know, foil on it, conductive surface, and then I thought, well, that's kind of useless because it doesn't attach to anything. But it was attaching to the paint. There would have been conductive paint in here that would get rid of the hum. So I'll rip all this out for the third or fourth time and do it properly with foil all the way through, which is what I should have done in the first place, but I just don't like foiling stuff, so I guess I'll do it anyway though, and then hopefully that'll fix it. I'm finally making some progress on this guitar. I was going to do the your typical Strat wiring with your 4-way switch, but now I switched up. I found this on the internet. I went to Seymour Duncan and they didn't have one for just a humbucker single coil, just the regular one. This is their drawing, but someone's come in and copied in their own wiring, which will give you humbucker split, humbucker coil in series, single coil, and split humbucker and single coil alone. So I'm going to use that one. Anyway, I also found this on the internet, but I couldn't actually make any sense of it. When I kind of ran through all the switch positions, it wouldn't really work out, so possibly it works in another way. And also found out the polarities of the pickups, so I don't have to refer to the wiring charts like this guy up here, the Seymour Duncan one. It's correct, of course, but I just want to know which is positive, negative, and it just says go black positive, white negative, red positive, green negative when you actually test the coil with a meter. They label it north start, south finish, blah blah blah, but I just want a positive, negative, and how it works out. Okay, so now I'm down to the guitar, ready to put the switch in. Let's see here. It's just your regular 4-way. Let's have it here. Usually just use this little cheapo clamp to hold it close and wire everything in. Finally got the cavity all shielded. All the shielding tape comes up and touches the rim, so that when the cover goes on, the cover will touch the rim, the pots will touch the shielding tape. So we'll have the original painted shielding, which is actually working still. I metered it out, it does work okay. But now it has the foil as well, and all of this shielded wire to boot. So it should be pretty friggin' shielded. And tried to reuse the original 5-way switch to not dispose of everything, but it turns out it was not that great. When you move the switch side to side, it would crackle, and was possibly adding to my grief with noise and stuff like that. Just a piece of junk, so definitely take it and throw it as hard as you can into bush, but you'll never see it again. This is the way to go with this, your standard metal. It's a 4 pull switch. Nice thing about these ones, of course, you can see the contacts as they move, so you can figure out, you know, for a person who needs to, like me, visualize where the contacts are going and the circuits are going. Definitely the way to go. Here we are, noise free. Sounds good. I like the wiring option. So the 5-way is picking all the pickups. This one's just a dummy pickup. It's just there just to fill the hole, and I don't know. But pretty happy with no noise. It's worthwhile to use a new switch, shield the cavity, and use shielded wire.